Hi, this is Dr. Lawrence Tan, founder of Wellness 2.0, helping you as wellness practitioners to position yourself as the wellness expert, the trusted advisor, and packaging and promoting your ideas and your knowledge, your experience into your community so that they can get the message of wellness. Now today we wanted to talk to you about the report of findings, the perfect report of findings. How do you transfer the message of chiropractic or wellness message into a format in the report of findings to deliver in a way that people get what you want and they want to then desire what you have to offer, and basically able to take the next step action towards your care plan that you have prescribed for them. So what is the perfect report of findings? Well, what is a report of findings? Report of findings, I believe, is really an area where us chiropractors do it wrong. We focus so much on the intention of doing a great exam, but we forget to translate that exam into a message that is congruent with the exam, that is also in the same value system as what the client wants. If you haven't watched the video about really message to market match, you need to watch that video first so you can get this idea. But this message, this particular video is to teach you how to translate that message now properly in a systematic order. There's only 3 steps, only 3 things you need to do to create a perfect report of findings. The first critical step is alignment, pure and simple. If the patient or the client has certain wants and desire, and it doesn't match your purpose for them or their goals for them, then you have already had a broken down communication. There's no way you're going to be able to have them follow your recommendation if your recommendations don't align with what they want and desire. Now, I'm not saying going down to giving them exactly what they want. You got to make sure that what they want and desire is really in the benefit for them, and you have to do everything in your powers to say, well, listen, if this is what you want, this is my recommendation. But if you want this is my recommendation. And then you got to let them decide and let them choose for what they want, not what you want for them. I think we've got to move away from telling people what they should have all the time versus then letting them choose for themselves. I think that people know what they want. Certain people want a long-term care. They want and desire the wellness lifestyle that we provided for them, but some people don't. And I think we're doing a disservice to yourself as a practitioner and disservice to the practice or the profession when you are telling people this is what they must have. I think you have to give options, and you paint this dream, paint this picture of wellness for them and let them choose. Now, if that's what they want, great, and then you're in alignment. So that's the first step. You have to have alignment. They have to believe and they have to know that you are with them on that first journey. If you have alignment, then you actually have a great starting point for them to follow what your recommendation is, and then believe you as a trusted expert. Number 2, the second thing is you have to create value. Is there value in the service and the product that you're trying to provide for them? If there is value that is still attached to the alignment from the first principle, then you have a better chance on creating a stronger bond and for you to position as the wellness expert and as someone that they trust. When you can provide a service that will benefit them and that is of true value of them, they will pay anything for that service as long as it is a value that serves them. Does that make sense? So that's the second point. So you have alignment and value. What's the third one? Well, the third one is simply simple steps for them to follow. You have to give clear instructions on what the next logical step is. Most people just tell them, what they want to describe all the things that they want and desire, and then they give them the value of how it can serve you, but they don't tell them what they need to do next. They don't tell them that the next step is a simple step, which is all you have to do is come and show up for your adjustments on a regular basis and follow these simple exercises when I prescribe them to you. As long as you have agreement on that, you have a great report of findings and they're going to fall through in your care plan. If you don't give them simple steps, if it's a complicated report of findings, which means you tell them everything, you tell them all these x-ray findings and all this stuff, and then you give them like 20 steps to follow in order to assure you're going to get the greatest benefit, they're not going to follow that. You got to give them simple and clear steps. My recommendation is give them one step to follow, make them take the first action, which is to either sign up for a block of care or maybe to take the next step to follow these particular exercises or stretches. whatever it may be for you, but it's got to be simple. And then you add those steps one step at a time rather than giving them all the steps all at once. You can pre-frame it to say it's multiple steps to get to where you want to go in terms of a wellness care plan, but here's the first step you need to take, and this is the second step, and then we'll talk about what those other steps will be, but you pre-frame it that there will be steps following. See, you got to make it simple for them. You got to make it simple for them to take the action on that first step. If you cannot lead someone into a wellness care or wellness lifestyle by forcing people, you have to let them choose for themselves, but you also have to make it simple for them to take that first step. If you make that first step very difficult, they're not going to follow through and they're not going to be motivated enough to do it. So it's three simple things. First, you have to have alignment. Number two, you have to create value, or the perceived value they're actually getting in exchange for the money they're going to give you for your services. And number three, you have to create simple steps for them to follow. And more importantly, the next step has to be simple for them to take. All right, so that's the three areas and three characteristics of making sure you have the perfect report of findings so you can create more values and get your message out there and put yourself as the trusted expert in your community. Well, that's it for me for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Send me an email if you have any questions or comments about any of these videos. I'm Dr. Lawrence from Wellness 2.0, and I'll see you next time.